Sister maced me. I'd have been stabbed.
One day you are at school and your sister just disappears.
Honestly, when she went missing, nothing really changed. Nobody gave a fuck. Nobody's going to give a fuck. Everybody goes through shit, but it's like, I can't really hate that man because, you know, he's living however he can live. You know, that may be the best situation for him, but it's like, everybody gonna step on somebody to try to get ahead. Yeah, I was in middle school. We were 2 years apart. A lot of shit that was going on, you know, when you're a kid, you really don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, everybody kind of, not exactly keep shit a secret, but it's like you don't get it. You wouldn't understand even if you tried. So, she just didn't come home one day.
Before we get to it, can you explain to the audience what you're talking about?
We still don't fully know. Like, it's, niggas came home from school. Like, I don't know. Niggas just came home from school. And, you know, she's just not there. Nobody's really talking. We know, but, you know, nobody's really, like, talking about it at first. It's not really anything crazy. Niggas just think that, like, she went out, she with her friend or something. She might have wrote a letter. I feel like she wrote a letter or some shit. I feel like she tried to run away.
So, like, just to clarify with him, you gotta tell me, y'all think y'all sister was kidnapped?
We don't find any of this out till she gets back. We didn't know. Like, nobody knew anything. Like, for months. Like, nobody talked to her.
So to clarify, one day you were at school and your sister just disappears.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, you know, imagine, you know, you just somebody in your life you see all the time just not there. You just eating dinner. She's just vacant. The police don't really, you know, they don't really do shit. We went, we made the reports, all extra shit. I remember us making flyers. I remember my dad going crazy. Like, literally, he lost his shit. Like, he relapsed. He was...
At this time, when your sister first goes missing or doesn't come home, what is going through your head? And what is the environment at home like?
I don't think much of it. I mean, like, I was upset, obviously, but chaotic. I remember motherfuckers were just out. Just a lot of motion. We were just always out. I was always looking for whatnot. Niggas cannot smoke in here, I presume. Nah. Okay. I don't really remember much from that. I more so remember when she came back, honestly. I mean, at a certain point, I feel like that's when shit really started getting crazy. I feel like that was like the moment.
Okay.
Shit went left.
Before she gets back, you're at home for about a year. What's the environment like now in the house?
Shit's always been more or less. It's just typical shit. Moms and dads split. Parents grew up in the 80s. They was both high as fuck. It's off that shit, you know. And fucking, they lost custody of us. Moms got clean, dads didn't. So we always been with her. And that was like the first time. That was like the first time my dad was really around throughout that whole situation. But it's just like, they were toxic for each other. So it was a good thing, you know, he meant good. Like, you know, he wanted his daughter back, obviously, but it's just like he was just fucking shit up. Honestly, he was really just making shit worse. But
how so?
They just don't click. Like, it is what it is. Like, certain people just don't need to be together. And that's what a lot of motherfuckers don't get. Like, you know, at a certain point, like, as it is, you start to grow up and you become a man of your own. You start to deal with people, especially women and whatnot. Like, you know, we all have those relationships that you want. you want to keep them around and whatnot, you know, no matter how involved you are emotionally or whatever attachments, whatever the fuck it may be, you just can't do it. It's not good for you. It's not good for the other person. And, you know, a lot of times that's the case with our parents, and you may feel like they don't want to be there or whatever it is, but it's not. It's nothing about. It was nothing about us, you know. It's just like once I got to see them like live action 3D, like it's like I ain't even want that shit. I'm like I can't like. So it was just a lot of tension, you know, just all the time. You know, they were still in the middle of hella court shit, and it was just hella just the same old shit. But it's like you see it, you know. A lot of the time, your parents they try to make it seem like everything is okay. Like, you know, we growing up, we don't know what the fuck they was going through. You know, like sometimes niggas couldn't pay bills, niggas couldn't put food on the table and shit. We don't know that. We don't know that. You know, growing up broke, you don't really realize, you don't know it. You know, that's just your everyday regular life. You know, it's like honestly, when she went missing, nothing really changed. Nobody gave a fuck. Nobody's going to give a fuck. Everybody goes through shit, but it's like
When you say that nobody gave a fuck, so life was still this, it was fucked up, but still the same.
pretty much got a little worse, but you know, it was like it just kind of became the. I mean, motherfuckers definitely checked out. I feel like.
So you're a kid and your parents are going through what they're going through. Your sister is missing. What's going through your head? How are you taking this?
Uh, I've always just kind of took shit for what it is. I'm obviously upset. I was sad. I cried.
Let's go to that exact moment your parents tell you your sister's missing. What's going through your head?
I mean, I knew. We kept asking, like, so is she just not coming home? Like, is it like you know? It's like you could see that she was stressed. She was trying to, you know, she was trying to be cool, you know, for us on our end. But it's like, I got 5 sisters, so it's like, one of them just. Kind of dip off. It was like, it was odd, but I feel like more so, I don't know, it just kind of made you realize how small, I don't know, how small shit is. Like, it don't really, it was, I feel like I should have been a lot more shaken out by the situation, I feel like, but it's like, a lot of shit just kind of blurs into one big. There's so much shit that goes on with these girls. Like I don't even at this point. Like it don't surprise me. Like it really doesn't. Like at a certain point, it's just kind of when you're in an environment like that, you can't try to help everybody. Oh boy. God damn. It was an eye opener, I feel like everything was kinda like you kinda gotta grow up fast, I feel like when it's always you don't really realize it. Like when it's always just shit going on around you, like I never really realized that like shit was fucked up till you start saying it out loud around other people, you know, and they kind of I don't know, with my homies and whatnot, I'm just talking about, I don't know, regular shit. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even celebrate holidays, bro. Like, I don't celebrate my birthdays. Like, at a certain point, shit just, 6 kids, you know, that shit really, it do something. Like, at a certain point, I feel like that shit broke her. Like, that shit broke my mom. Like, she stopped living when that shit happened. Like even when she got back, like shit just was different. It was a whole different different girl. Like she was grown. Ever since she came back, it was just in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. But it's just like, that's kind of regular. I mean, like, we just don't. Family's funny. I don't really have a close family. Like, we're close, but it's like, honestly, like, we're like roommates. I feel like sometimes. And it's like, you love them, you know, but it's like a lot of the time they can be your biggest hindrance. Like, shit's so different now, especially like the gap between, I feel like, our parents and this generation. Like, shit's so different. Like, it just doesn't, there's just no real connect sometimes. Everybody from the oldest to me then got fucked off in the streets somehow. You know, whether it be my parents being addicts, all my siblings except my little sister, you know, or all my cousins, all the men, you know, they locked up, dying, or something crazy, you know. Like, you just can't let that shit get to you. Like, everybody, it's gonna hit everybody, you know. You just there. You don't really get to pick it, you know. You can either invest into that, or you can try to figure some shit out. Like, it's fucked up. It happens, you know. It's fucked up to say that, but it's like, that's real life shit. Shit like that happen every day. Like, you know, it's just like, it just so happened to be somebody I care about, you know. But it's like, even me and you know, we talk about some shit like that on the most casual tip, but it's like on another, it's two different spectrums, you know. You gotta realize, like, not underclass, it's just like, that's life. You just gonna, I can't really hate that man, because, you know, he's living however he can live, you know. That may be the best situation for him, but it's like, everybody gonna step on somebody to try to get ahead, regardless, you know. Coming where we come from, you know, that's just how shit is. In life, in business, niggas act like the streets is fucking treacherous. In the streets, you die, you know. Business, you lose your fucking life. You
fucked over.
Yeah, you know, same shit. It's all really the same shit in all reality, but it's just like, you gotta pick a side. Like, it's that simple.
The day your sister come home, what is that like?
It's weird as fuck. Like, I mean, like, I'm happy to see her, but it's like, it's not her. Like, flat out. Like, it's her. It looked like her, you know, but it's like, it's just a completely different, you could just tell, like, she grew up. She was 15, 16, but she was a whole grown ass, she acted like a nigga. Like, she was just, I don't know, she went from a little girl fucking writing poems and drawing and fucking singing and shit to fucking, like, she was always gone. I don't know, I just remember she was just always gone, you know. Fucking shit changed. I mean, she was just hustling, I felt like, you know, in the end. Like, she never really, I mean, like, I know it affected her or whatever, but I mean, I never really got to, you know, it's not just a casual conversation to have, like, hey, how was it, you know, just like, I don't know, she told me, like, bits and pieces, you know, she was really just.
What are some of the bits and pieces she told you?
This nigga got super